Greetings, I'm Colette Wilson. One Life to Live is coming right up, and here's what's been happening. Asa wanted Alex appointed cultural liaison to the mayor, but the mayor didn't want her for the job, so Asa pulled out his checkbook. Would a donation to the Landview Library change her mind? And David's back from Spain. Tina blasted him for running off with Dorian, but he swore she had it all wrong. Tina's the only one he'll ever love. We'll soon see. Here's One Life to Live.
Well, Mayor McNamara, are you going to give Alex the job and you have a brand new wing for your library? What is it going to be?
Well, Alex, you do have a definite flair to everything that you do, and of course your experience with all sorts of culture runs very deep.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, and naturally, of course, what I want is what's best for Landview, which is why I'm happy to offer you the post of cultural liaison.
Thank you so much. Now, I tell you what, why don't you stop by my office later on this week, and we'll start setting our cultural agenda, and in the meantime, the library will have this wonderfully generous check as soon as they crack their doors open tomorrow morning. And now, if you dear people will excuse me, I have to do a press conference, so I'll see you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Well, darling, I don't know how I'm ever going to thank you.
Oh, I'll think of a way when we get home.
I want to make all of your fantasies come true, just like you do mine. Mayoral liaison. We'll have to have an inauguration or a coronation or a party or something. Maybe we should go home and start making up the list.
What do you mean you made a terrible mistake?
Well, in making you worry the way I did. That's why I wanted to come over here and talk to you. So that you would not just know that I'm all right, you could see for yourself how incredibly well I'm feeling.
Well, darling, I'm glad, but
what?
Vicki, when we talked last night, you were terribly concerned that Nicky Smith might have come back. And you said that you were definitely going to go and see Larry today, remember?
Oh, I do remember, yes. In fact, when we talked last night, I was terrified. I mean, there were large blocks of time I couldn't account for. And, you know, given my psychological history, the only thing I could attribute it to was that the other personality had come out.
Well, what happened to change your mind?
I have recovered all of my memory. I can't tell you how relieved I am.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. Last night when you left, I was exhausted. I went directly to bed. I lay there, and all of a sudden, bits and pieces started coming to me. By the time I woke up this morning, everything was back. I can tell you everything that happened to me. I argued terribly with Dorian. Left there, I was very upset and shouldn't have been driving, but I got into the car. That's when I had the accident. Well, I got out of the car and I headed off into the woods. I found the barn. That's where I spent the night. So you see, I can account for every single moment. And I was myself the entire time. So there is no question that, you know, Nicky may have come back. Thank goodness, right? So I don't have to worry.
I'm not so sure about that, Vicki. Darling, a memory loss, however temporary, is not a good sign. And Vicki, you still have no idea what caused those blackouts. Do you?
There's nothing you can do to make me believe you. You've been having an affair with Dorian, and I've been a fool not to have seen it.
Let's just get this into perspective, okay? Let's stop and let's think, okay? Why would I risk everything? Why would I hop on a plane, sneak in here when the whole world is out to arrest me? Why would I do that if this insane story about Dorian were true?
That desperate, sincere act isn't going to work anymore, David.
I am desperate and sincere and innocent.
There's nothing innocent about you. God was right all along. You never loved me. You were after that Lord money the whole time. You didn't care about me.
My God, Tina, look at me. How can you say that?
I was the backup plan, wasn't I? Yeah, if all else fails, marry that bimbo Tina.
No,
She'll just marry anybody. And then, once you have the money, you take it and run. Admit it. You and Dorian planned the whole thing, didn't you?
No, Tina, I don't like Dorian enough to have lunch with her, let alone run off with the woman.
David, I hate to cut this off, but I have a phone call to make.
Who are you calling?
Bo Buchanan. I think the police should know you're here.
What harm is there in letting Sam Vance check out why and what David Vickers wanted from you?
You're just not going to give up on this, are you?
Because I don't want you to miss out on money that could be yours.
All right, fine, all right.
So you'll let Sam Vance help you?
I'll think about it, just to get you off my back.
Oh, come on, Todd. Don't tell me that you don't hope that there's some big bucks out there for you.
I'm not going to count on it. But we do have a baby on the way, and I guess I could use the cash. Oh, which reminds me, I got to go back to the country club now and beg for my job back.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, right. Like picking up the floor of the locker room is what you would pick in a husband, but I'm not a freeloader.
Todd, we're married now. Whatever is mine is yours and vice versa, right?
You know, well, thanks, but no thanks. I'm going to find a place to work. So you want to ride down to the country club with me?
No, actually, I'm a little tired. They say that this usually goes away after the first 3 months.
No, don't sweat it.
Okay, see you.
Oh. See you.
Honey, why don't you go ahead and get our bubble?
Well, Kelly, the guest room's all ready for you.
Thanks, but I really don't think I'm going to be staying here that long. Kelly, you'll be staying here until we can figure out a long-term plan for you.
Kelly, can I just talk to you for a second, please? Okay. I had a conversation with the institution where your mother's staying. According to the nurses, she's just really not in any condition to help you make decisions about your life.
I know. My mother's no use at all. She never is.
But I talked to the principal over at Lambview High, and he said you can enroll over there as soon as all the necessary information comes in. But what I was thinking is that I would give a call to your school in Paris and talk to them, and maybe we can see about getting you back in there despite the fact that you were expelled. Would you like that?
No. And don't waste your money. There is no way they're going to take me back. Besides, the Mother Superior was really ticked. Kelly, what did you do exactly that made her ticked? I told you. I was sneaking out with some guy and...
What? So what? Is there some kind of a policy at the school against dating?
There is when the guy's married. And to make things worse, he was a major league diplomat. And the school was like freaking out because they thought it was going to be this grand scandal. Le Monde was trailing us, snapping photos. And they asked me to leave. You know, as if he had nothing to do with it.
What happened to the guy?
Chickened out. He dropped me. Naturally. I mean, but who cares? There is no way Sister Henri is going to let me back and disgrace her noble institution. You know, which puts me out in the cold. You know, I think I should just forget about school this year. Just forget about it altogether. I am learning now on the highway of life.
I get that. Probably someone on the highway of life. Hey, Joey, come on. Hi. How are you?
Thanks, fine. I won't be staying long. I just wanted to drop off the keys to your mom's place.
Thank you.
No problem. I never want to see that place again. Doreen and her lover can have it. Assuming she and David ever come back. Assuming even then that they get out of jail for all the stuff they pulled.
Tina, please.
Why shouldn't I call the police?
Tina, if you call the cops, you're not going to be hurting just me. You're going to be hurting yourself.
That's only because you dragged me into all this.
Tina, I didn't drag you. I didn't drag you into anything. You went along with me because you love me. And I love you. Tina, it's the truth. You have been dreaming about the kind of life we're going to have just as much as I have, Tina. Come on. Honey, don't give up on that dream.
Stay away from me.
Why? Why should I stay away from you? Because when we touch, you can't deny how much you love me, just as much as I love you. Tina, that is why it is so ridiculous. It's ridiculous for you to believe this story that I could be working with Dorian or anybody else to cheat you. Baby, I would do anything to prove to you how much I love you.
Anything?
Look, I could be hiding out anywhere in the world right now, but I'm not. I'm here with you. I'm risking everything. What more could I do to prove my love?
You could give up the trust fund.
What?
You said you wanted to prove your love to me. Will you give up $27.8 million?
So feel better, huh?
Thanks.
See you, Puss.
Okay.
They make quite a pair, don't they?
They certainly deserve each other. Listen, maybe we ought to give Cord a call, have him meet us somewhere else. There's no point in putting him through this.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, honey. I'm gonna go try to catch him. Oh.
Don't even bother saying it, Max, because I don't want to hear it.
Well, I gotta admit, Blair, you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to bunkmates these days, aren't you?
Well, for your information, Todd is my husband.
What?
That's right, Max. I am Mrs. Todd Manning.
You're really something, you know that? You change men faster than a speeding bullet. Who's gonna be next?
You know, I don't have to take this.
No, wait. Something else here. Something I don't understand. You know, you dumped me for Asa. That's because you were after his millions. Now, in your own sick little mind, I understand you.
You know, shut up, Max.
Cord,
shut up.
Cord. Todd Manning? A penniless ex-con who's busy scraping together enough money picking up towels at the local club? Well, Blair, I am so disappointed in you. Why, you're losing your touch as the queen of the gold diggers. Cord lucked out. You could have married him. You know, I never thought I would say this, Blair, but I actually feel sorry for Todd Manning.
Well, I tried to get a hold of Cord, but I think I couldn't catch him before he left, and oh, boy, here he is. Well, at least she left.
Yeah, she's gone all right. Have you heard the latest?
Latest to what, honey?
Blair married Todd Manning.
What?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it myself either when I heard.
Why? Why am I even asking myself that question? Of course, there's no explanation with that woman. Oh, honey, I know you had feelings for her. I'm so sorry. But you gotta believe this is for the best. It is for the best.
Definitely for the best.
Mm-hmm. Now you can just let go of Blair. You can just forget her for good.
Well, that's the problem. I think it's going to be a long time before I forget Blair.
Look, okay, if I had to choose between you and the money, of course, I would choose you.
Good. I'm glad you feel that way. There may not be a choice.
What do you mean?
There's been some bad news. Blair Daimler eloped.
So what does Blair have to do with the trust fund?
Plenty, since she's married the man who's supposed to inherit it.
Blair married Todd
Mm-hmm. In Key West just a few days ago.
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't believe. Wait, no, I thought Blair and Cord had something going. I thought they were supposed to be in love.
Yeah, so did Cord. But Blair married Todd, which could only mean one of two things. Either A, whatever Blair's mother is suffering from at St. Anne's is genetic, which means Blair is certifiable, or B...
Or B, Blair knows that Todd's going to come into that money, and she wants a piece of it.
I vote B. Everything Blair does is for a reason, and that reason is usually money.
Yeah. Well, if that's true, then either Blair has told Todd about the money, or she's going to tell him any minute. Either way, it's hasta la vista $27.8 million.
That's right. So, David, there's a possibility you may never see a penny of that inheritance. I want you to look me in the eye and tell me that that doesn't matter.
If Todd finds out the truth, it's not going to matter.
Even if Todd never finds out. Even if the trustees come to me and say, here, Tina Lord Roberts, here's $27.8 million, I want you to tell me not to accept it. If you really want me to believe that you love me, you'll tell me not to take it. Because that's the only way you'll have me. So choose, David. Either the money or me.
Vicky, until we know what caused those memory lapses, there's still real reason for concern.
Yes, but I think I do know what caused them.
You do?
Yes.
What?
Renee, losing Sloan has taken a terrible toll on me. And it's left me in, obviously, a rather fragile state. On top of that, I had that accident. And I think that possibly I did have some sort of a mild concussion that night.
I said so at the time. Have you had other symptoms?
Yes, I have. You might have noticed I've been wearing my glasses all the time. I find my eyes are, strained, not able to focus. And as I understand it, that's a sign of something, isn't it?
Vicky, I think you definitely must see a doctor.
Oh, I'm going to. Oh, absolutely. But I wanted to come and talk to you and, let you know that we don't have to worry about Nikki Smith having been out at all, It would be the last thing I'd need.
Yes, yes. You went through a lot to get over that terrible trauma. It would be awful to have to face that again.
Mrs. Buchanan, you have a phone call.
I'm sorry. Couldn't somebody take it for me?
Oh, Renee, I'm fine. Take the call.
All right, I'll be right back.
Good evening, Todd.
Look, I'm not up for another scene.
Oh, no scenes. No scenes at all, I assure you. In fact, I really do owe you an apology. May I join you?
One Life to Live will continue in a moment here on ABC.
All the money in the world wouldn't matter if I didn't have you to share it with. So if you want to forget the money, okay. We'll forget the money. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll find some kind of work. We'll scratch out a living. It doesn't matter. As long as we're together, we will get by. Tina, if we're together, we can do anything.
If it all was a lie, why did Dorian write that letter to Joey?
Honey, I don't know. Maybe she thought she could kill two birds with one letter, get rid of me and dump Joey at the same time.
That would be pretty low.
It would be exactly her style. You're the one that told me not to trust her, that she's a manipulative witch. You know what? You were exactly right. I am never going to doubt anything you say ever again. Tina, please just tell me you believe me and that you still love me.
Oh, I love you. Oh. I never stopped loving you either. It's just, I was so angry, though. You don't know how angry I was when I heard about you and Dorian, or just the thought of it. It just hurt me so bad. I thought you had tricked me, that you didn't really love me.
I do. Tina, don't ever doubt that again.
I won't. We'll be together forever.
Yeah, if we can figure out how. I'm still a wanted man, remember?
Look, we'll figure out the game plan later. Meanwhile, I want you to stay here and be very quiet. And if anybody comes, I want you to hide.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go track down Blair Daimler. Oh, excuse me, Blair Manning. And find out exactly what she knows about the inheritance.
But, Cookie, I thought we were going to forget the money.
Forget the money? What? How could we forget the money?
Well, you just sat here and said...
Oh, I put you to the test and you passed with flying colors. You proved to me that you love me. So now that I know that, no way am I going to let Todd Manning get his hands on all that money. Ooh. I love you. Oh, I'm so glad we're back together again. Right? You went to look for a job. Pregnant women don't drink bitters. It's a good thing I'm not pregnant. Oh, my God. What have I done? What have I done? You know, I'm really sorry that things had to turn out this way.
Hey, what happens, happens, all right? She dumped me, nothing I can do about that.
Excuse me, but this is my aunt we're talking about.
What is it, Kelly?
What makes you so sure Dorian's not coming back? And I asked Joey, but obviously he doesn't want to talk about it. But how about some straight answers? I mean, what happened to her? Where'd she go?
No one really knows.
Did she really kill Victor Lord? I mean, is that why she skipped town?
Well, you know, my mother left town because of some crime she committed. Several crimes. And, yes, maybe one of them was murder.
Figures. A gazillion families in the world, and I have to be born into this one. Nutcase City. It's a miracle you and I turned out so normal.
Oh, what about David? Have they caught him yet?
Yeah, apparently they're close. They traced a call he made to Tina.
Oh, come on, don't tell me Tina is still
No.
David!
No. I think this letter from Dorian has put away any illusions that Tina had about David.
Yeah, that letter said it all.
Well, I'm not so sure. There's something about it that still doesn't make sense to me. Something that makes me question all the evidence against my mother.
My goodness, Asa, if I play my cards right, I could end up being the mayor. Stranger things have happened.
You got that right, honey. Take a load of what's going on over here.
What does Vicky have to talk to Todd Manning about?
The way that I treated you the other day was inappropriate and inexcusable. I do hope you will accept my apologies.
Sure, fine. I guess you just had a bad day.
You happened to catch me at a particularly bad moment, and I quite wrongly took it out on you. You see, I had just learned that David Vickers had deceived us, that he was, in fact, not my brother. I imagine you've heard about his little scheme, have you?
Oh, yeah, word gets around. I always knew there was something weird about that guy. So what was he after, anyway? Money?
Well, of course. The Lords are very wealthy people. David Vickers wanted his piece of it and didn't care what he did to get it.
Well, money does that to people, I guess. Screws up your brains. I guess that's why I think that I'm better off without it.
I'm surprised to hear you say that. As I understand it, you led quite a comfortable life before you went to prison.
Oh, yeah, I was in all of that. Fancy cars, fancy clothes. Going out every night. Now I know that stuff just doesn't mean squat.
Appears that you really have changed, Todd. I guess marriage will do that to a person.
Well, what are you talking about?
The wedding ring you're wearing, it's a dead giveaway. Do you mind if I ask you who the new bride is?
Blair. Blair Damlin.
Cassie, I know that you want to think the best of Dorian, but I don't want you to hold out any kind of false hope.
Blanche, I don't know what I'm hoping for. But if Mother's letter to Joey is genuine, then at least she's okay.
You think there's some kind of foul play, right?
Whoa, this just keeps getting juicier, doesn't it?
Andrew, I found that charm that I gave Mother, that she always travels with. And it makes me wonder that there might be something more going on.
Maybe she was kidnapped or something. What? Excuse me, it was just an idea.
God, the truth is Mother's not coming back to Llanview unless it's with the police.
Okay, look. It has been a very long day for everyone. I say that we have some dinner. Joey, please stay with us. It'll give us a chance to all relax.
No thanks. Actually, I'm not much in the mood for company right now.
Well, I don't have much of an appetite myself.
Anyways, I had better be going.
Joey, if there's anything that we can do for you, just give us a call.
Thank you. And good luck with your cast.
Is he always such a drag?
Joey's going through a really rough time right now. He really loved my mother.
Such a bizarre thought.
You know, Andrew's right. It's really been a long day for us all. How about some dinner?
No, really, I just want to get out of here as soon as... get out of your way. And you have your baby, you have each other, and you don't need me around.
Sweetie, I told you. You are more than welcome to stay here with us.
What about our cousin Blair? She's supposed to have this big penthouse. She won't even know I'm there.
Kelly, we explained that to you. Blair's in Florida.
Well, I can talk to her as soon as she gets back. When is that supposed to be?
Well, we don't know. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not sure that Blair's going to be happy to have you as house guest.
Oh, come on. Most of the time I'm quiet as a mouse.
Oh, no. It has nothing to do with you. It's just that Blair's personal life is a little confusing right now.
Blair did not marry Todd because she loved him. They were just friends. That was it. That was it, period. No, this is definitely not a marriage based on love.
I knew this was going to upset you. I knew it. That's why I tried to call you, to try to reach you, to grab you before you left, so you wouldn't have to face her, but I was too late, honey.
I appreciate that. Listen, I'm sure you two are going to think I'm crazy, but, I'm definitely not going to avoid Blair. No, I'm going to keep after her until I find out exactly what this bogus marriage is all about. In fact, I talked to Addie, and she was telling me that there was something going on with Blair, and that something is sticking with me. I just can't shake it.
I wouldn't stake a lot on what Addie says.
Come on, Max, I realize that Addie's not there all the time, but she said there was something going on, and Blair was going to do something bad.
That could be anything.
Or nothing.
No, I think this is something. I'm definitely going to find out what it is.
Well, honey, we got the yard to wait before you do anything.
I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to go get something. I'm going to bring it over to the kids, CJ and Sarah, over at Landfair. They're back home now, safe and sound.
Yeah, I'm so glad Vicky forgave Tina.
I would be glad if I knew for a fact that Tina had finally given up on David Vickers. She says she has, but we'll see. It would be nice. At least it would be one less thing for me to worry about.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys being there, though, and listening. Thanks.
Take care.
Good night.
Good night, honey. Poor Corey's too good for his own good. Always tries to see the best in everybody.
She's using them. Oh, come on. Look what happened. She got the startup money from Elidor, and it's adios Cordero.
Oh, you may be right. Seems like the driving instinct behind that woman's always been the same thing. Money.
Let's prove that when she married Asa. She will choose money over love every time.
What the hell are you doing here?
I came to give you a piece of my mind.
You think you can spare any?
You think you're clever, don't you? You just think you can do anything to anybody, whenever you want, no matter who gets hurt.
What are you talking about?
Cord. You let him on, and then you marry Todd Manning. Do you have any idea how you've broken Cord's heart? Do you even care?
You married Blair Daimler?
Yeah.
My, what a surprise. Must have been a small wedding. I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, well, I forgot to put an announcement in the banner. Look, why do you care? Why this sudden interest in my life?
Certainly don't mean to pry. I'm just surprised that Blair would have married again. I had some dealings with her in the past, not always pleasant ones.
Yeah, well, Blair has a lot of enemies out here. That's something we both have in common.
That's one way of putting it, isn't it? Well, I won't take up any more of your time. Goodbye. Oh, by the way, congratulations.
For what?
For your marriage, of course.
Well, howdy, Vicky.
Asa.
Oh,
Hello, Alex.
hello, Vicky, dear. I was so sorry to hear about your terrible accident.
Yes, me too. What were you doing with Manning? Or was he your project for the charity contest? Or maybe you were slumming?
We were talking. Excuse me.
Wait, 1 second, Vicky. What is going on with Dorian and your fake brother running off together?
I haven't heard anything new. I assume Bo will keep us apprised of any developments.
Oh, it's such a horrible scandal. I mean, the whole town is talking about it.
If this town has nothing better to do than to talk about my problems, that's their problem. Excuse me.
Am I imagining things, or did a cold chill just whip by here?
Well, she wasn't exactly her warm, charming self.
Vicky, darling, look who's here. Oh, Ben, hello.
Good to see you, Vicky.
Yes, Vicky. Please forgive me, but I told Ben about the blackouts you've had.
Sounds serious.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm fine.
Vicky, I'm a neurosurgeon. I know better. If you've been having blackouts, it could be a serious symptom. So how about I take a look at you? Vicky, did the blackouts start right after your car accident?
Yes, but...
And Renee tells me that you've been needing glasses a lot more often lately. Is that
well,
true?
I suppose so.
Then there's no question. I don't want to scare you, but your symptoms could indicate serious complications from a concussion.
All right. If you insist, I will make an appointment tomorrow.
And I don't think you understand. This can't wait. I really want you to come to the hospital with me now.
Vicky, Ben is right. You must be checked out. And if anybody can figure out what's really wrong with you, it's Ben.
You or something else coming over here to accuse me of hurting Cord the way you treated him all those years.
How dare you say anything about my relationship with Cord? We had a marriage. You had nothing. You just chewed him up and spit him out.
How dare you come here and attack me, you little liar?
What, liar? Me?
You came to the airport and you told me that you and Cord had gotten back together.
Oh, wait, so now you're blaming me because you decided to marry a rapist?
How dare you talk about my husband like that? Get out of here, Tina. Get out of here, or I call the police.
Oh, I'm sure they'll jump when you call. You probably slept with half the force.
Get out!
Tina. I mean it. No. We are just getting started, Blair.
Tina?
This is Joan London.
And Charles Gibson. Tomorrow, handling a divorce. Our series on life's tough choices continues.
Plus the start of a journey to the North Pole on Dog Sled.
Good Morning America tomorrow here on ABC.